Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will show you how to do a dark purple smoky eye look. As always, don't forget to subscribe to get notified for my latest videos. And without further ado, let's get started with the tutorial. First of all, let's take a sip of coffee. I found this cup in Primark. It is so cute. I start with the primer. I use the Veil Mineral Primer by Hourglass. I use like a pea-size amount of product and I apply it all over my face with my fingers. I find that this amount of product is enough for my dry skin. If you have oily skin, you can also apply a light layer of powder before your foundation. For foundation, I will use the Infallible 24-Hour Matte by Loreal, and I will also mix it with the Lightening Transformer Drops by Catrice. The amount of the transformer drops that I use is 1/3 of the foundation, and try to blend it until you don't see the color of the transformer drops. If I use the foundation by itself, it is darker than my skin tone and I want to lighten up the color. I noticed that the transformer drops make my foundations always a little bit more liquidy. I like this product because I can mix it very well with other foundations. I blend everything with my sponge by Real Techniques. I use dabbing motions to apply the product into my pores. This way my makeup look will last longer. Afterwards, I apply my concealer. I am using Fit Me Concealer by Maybelline. I apply it all over my eyes and I also use it to highlight my face. I apply a little bit on my chin and forehead. I also like to apply some at the edges of my lips because we also have some natural shadows there and I like to cover them. I continue blending with my sponge. For powder, I will use Translucent powder by Laura Mercier. I apply it with a powder puff all over my face except the eyes because with a powder puff we apply more product and I don't want to make my eyes tight. When you use a powder puff, always apply your product with dabbing motions so you don't move the foundation underneath it. If you have applied more powder, you can dust it away with a brush. If you try to remove it with your fingers, it will just set into the foundation. For my eyes, I blend the concealer with my ring finger very lightly and I apply a small amount of powder with a fluffy brush. Try to find a brush with soft bristles so you don't harm your eyes. For contouring, I will use the Highlight and Contour Pro palette by NYX Cosmetics. I take the shade Toffee and with my brush I apply it on the cheekbones and forehead. I always start by applying a small amount of product because I prefer building the intensity of my contouring. I take a smaller brush for my nose. I contour the sides of my nose and also the tip to make it thinner. I blend the product with the other side of the brush, which is clean. I continue with my blush and I use the Coral Spectrum palette by Zoeva. I take the shades CR20 and CR40 and I apply them on the highest point of my cheeks. I apply less product in the beginning and then I build the intensity for my blush as well. I take the shade Cream from the NYX palette and I use it to blend my contouring and blush application. I also apply some on my under eye area to highlight that area. To highlight my face, I use the highlighter by Becca in Moonstone. I apply it on the highest point of my cheekbones and on the bridge of my nose. After that, I take a big fluffy brush and I blend everything with big circular motions. Next, I clean my brows with a Q-tip from any foundation or powder that I have applied previously. I find that it is easier to apply my brow products on clean brow hair. For my brows, I will use the Superlast 24-Hour Brow Pencil by Essence. It is a twistable pencil and on the other side it has a small brush and a sharpener. With the sharpener, you can always have a thin tip for your pencil. I brush my brows downwards and then I start defining my brows on the upper part. I also blend the product with the small brush. For my brow bone highlighter, I apply Moonstone by Becca. I apply it with brush 239 by MAC and I also blend the product. For the rest of the eye makeup, I will use a Desert Dusk palette by Huda Beauty. I take eyeshadows, mask and hidden with the brush Look Soft Crease by Zoeva and I blend them into my crease. I also blend the product towards my brow bone and a little bit outwards. Then I take eyeshadow OUD with brush 239 by MAC and I apply it on the outer part of my eyelid. With the tip of the brush, I also apply the product in the outer lower lash line. This will give an uplifted effect to our eyes. I blend the eyeshadow with brush Look Soft Blender by Zoeva. For my lower lash line, I use a smaller brush because I don't like fluffy big brushes for my lower lash line. I got this brush with my Nocturnal Shadow Box eyeshadow palette by Urban Decay. I apply eyeshadow Royal on my eyelid with a flat synthetic brush by BH Cosmetics. I use dabbing motions to make the color more intense. With the tip of the brush, I blend the color into my crease. I clean my brush on a tissue and I blend the inner corner with no additional product. I take eyeshadow Twilight and I apply it in my inner corner with a pencil brush by Sigma. This eyeshadow has some fallout, so be careful not to ruin your makeup look. Next, I take eyeshadow Royal and I apply it in my lower lash line except the inner corner. And then I apply eyeshadow Twilight in the inner corner with dabbing motions. I apply one more time eyeshadow OUD to intensify the outer corner and I blend very well. To make my eyes less hooded, I take eyeshadows Mask and Hidden one more time and I apply them into my crease closer to my brow bone. With a clean brush, I blend one more time. I apply black eye pencil into my waterline and I also tightline my eyes. For eyeliner, I use liquid eyeliner by Catrice Cosmetics in Dating Joe Black. This eyeliner is my favorite because the applicator makes the eyeliner application so easy. For mascara, I use the Lashes of the Day by Essence. It gives a nice volume to my lashes. I take lip pencil by Essence in a Lost in a Love and I apply it all over my lips as a base for my lipstick. For lipstick, I apply the Ultra Last lipstick by Essence in the shade Undress My Lips. On Monday, I will post a review and wear test of this lipstick. As always, you can find the products that I have used in the description box below. If you want to learn more about makeup, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and I will see you in my next video. Bye!